Hey, what's up to my Costo fam out there? I'm gonna be making this video because one of our buddies from my channel sent me a comment earlier wondering how exactly I use the Backpod. And I've gotten this question over and over again from people, and it was a question that I struggled with when I first got it, and I kind of just felt it out on my own what was working for me. So I'm making this video right now to kind of show you guys what I do, what kind of effects it's given me, and just my whole experience in general with the Backpod. So I got it laid out right now. Now I start out with it. If I don't know if you guys have ever foam rolled before, but I will start out with it on the bottom part of my thoracic spine. So pretty much kind of where the bottom of your sternum is. And if Steve August, I'm sure you're gonna end up watching this video. If you want to comment and let me know if I'm doing it right, so I'm not leading people astray. I'm just giving you guys an account of what I did, what worked for me, and it hasn't all been like the greatest results either. I'll explain in a minute. But see, I'll lay back on it, get down to that like the bottom part where my sternum would be, that lower thoracic spine, and I'll kind of lift my butt up, put the weight on my spine, and a lot of times I'll start out by putting my arms behind my head, getting that full extension in, and then how you would use a foam roller, you'd be rolling up and down. Well, you can't really roll with the Backpod, so I'll kind of move up, I'll kind of worm my way up to like the mid-thoracic area, and then I'll kind of do it again, making sure there's pressure on my spine, make sure I'm really bending back too, getting that full extension in, so I'm really kind of flexing each vertebrae, it seems like. And then I'll get towards the top too, and I'll do that. And it seemed to work almost immediately for me, as it has with a lot of other people I know. Now, some of the cons to that, I noticed even recently, like my spine got really messed up. It felt like I didn't know really what was happening. And Steve, if you could comment too, what that's all about. Maybe I need more padding sometimes, because they do suggest that a lot of times if you want to use a pillow or a blanket to put over it, kind of helps with the padding. But the way I am, I'll put up with the pain because I want the results right away. I want to fix my costo, and didn't want any kind of padding to like inhibit the effects that I might be getting. Now, all that being said, for about the last 3 or 4 days, I started getting pretty bad pains in my spine, which I hadn't gotten since I first started using the Backpod. When I first started using the Backpod, I'll tell you, my spine felt like it was jacked up for like probably a couple days, and I think that's just part of your body getting used to it and adapting to it. But it did alleviate my costochondritis, and then I got used to, my spine must have got used to that, because then that pain went away. Up until recently, I had about 3 or 4 days recently where my spine felt like it was messed up. So I took some time off the Backpod. I took time off the gym, just relaxed, didn't lift for 3 or 4 days. Um, Towards the end of it, I gotta lie, I did cheat. I did go to the gym. But before I lifted, I made sure I went and used a foam roller. That's also what I want to talk about in this video, is foam rolling. Now, I know Steve made the Backpod because he doesn't believe that the foam roller is able to get between the vertebrae, which he's the physiologist or whatever he is, so he knows more than I do. But I can tell you from my personal accounts that I have had great results also through foam rolling. Backpod's great and everything, but even with the spine pain I've gotten after I used the Backpod, I've been able to roll that out with the foam roller, and you don't have to inch your way out. It's just such a smooth motion. It really like flexes your spine up and gets out really any kinks I've ever had in my spine. I've been able to get out just using a foam roller. So I don't underestimate it. I would invite anyone to try it. I think it's also just a great tool that you have at your disposal. So don't overlook and say I just have to use a Backpod. Go ahead and use a foam roller too and see how that feels. I've actually felt relief from my costo by using a foam roller too. So really just experiment with your body, see what works for you, and I think that's going to be the best way to alleviate your symptoms and find out how your body works. Other than that, I don't think I have much right now. I want to thank everybody for subscribing who has lately, and also I want you guys to go ahead and give me some feedback. Leave comments on stuff that you want me to talk about. I'm completely open to feedback. I like I always say, I like having that open line of communication between all of us. So go ahead and leave comments. Let me know what works for me. If you want me to make another video about something else, I'd be more than happy to do it. I'm always looking for new material to make, and I think I'm gonna make one next about the benefits of certain diets that have, whether it's anti-inflammatory properties that seem to help. But other than that, that's my little demonstration on what I do on the Backpod. So, Steve, you want to comment? If you guys want to comment, let me know. Maybe you guys do something different that works for you. Either way, let me know, and I can try that and see. We can all kind of work on our problems together. So, I'll leave you guys with that. Peace.